Hey guys, what's up? I was digging through, okay, I found a fucking gold mine. A gold mine of CDs that I remember making, but I can't remember where I put them, and I finally found them again. I found a shit ton of CDs that have my old mid 2007 rants, or vlogs, I guess, before I started YouTube. Like, I used to just turn on the sound recorder and start talking for like hours. And I missed that shit. I loved doing that. And that's how I originally started out here on YouTube. I just turned on the microphone and started talking. And I put a picture in front of it and uploaded it, and there we go. But back then, I used to be topical, and now I just do a bunch of stupid shit that doesn't really amount to much. Like, it's really just entertainment. And that's what I take most pride in myself. I've answered that in a previous question video, I think, when someone asked me what I take most pride in, and I take most pride in just being able to entertain myself and keep myself, busy and away from thoughts of blowing my fucking head off, because there's not really much to do in life, is there? You live and then you die, and that's really it. But I'm able to distract myself before that stuff happens. So I found a whole bunch of old CDs, and I enjoy them. I enjoy listening to them because these are. I know I sounded like a fucking nasally, nerdy, dumbass fucking 12-year-old, but I started doing these when I was 14, and I still enjoy fucking doing them. It's just I just can't seem to focus on any given topic nowadays. I tried to do a video, like just previously to recording this video, I tried to do a video response to a guy named GearUp. It was basically just trying to like refute all of his points and all that shit, and it's like I did it respectfully, since I've never actually done that. I've never actually recorded somebody and try to refute their points, besides for like the occasional Christian service guy, like delivering his sermon, like in the We All Have a Cross or Two video that I made. I did that a few times, but I've never actually attempted to, attack someone who, could defend themselves and attack back. And I was thinking about, maybe posting it and just waiting for him to reply back, and then the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I am not as smart as I think I am. I know I can solve math problems pretty quickly. Like, I'm not gonna give you an example because I would just be like, oh, I have all a bunch of these math stuff written down beside me, and I can just like, oh, it's time for me to give a math example of how smart I am. Well, let me just look at my paper down here. Oh, 9 times 6, 54. I could do that, but I'm not going to. Yeah, so I was thinking about posting it, but like, the reason I didn't want to respond to that guy is because like, I know he's the kind of guy who would respond, and I know he's the kind of guy who would see my video responses, and like, I think the only people who can understand me is no one. No one can understand me but me, because I speak in all these stupid, doesn't even make coherent sense analogies. Like, I made this analogy that a cup was God, and if I hold it, I have knowledge, and if I don't, then it's not there, and I wake up, and it's like, I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about stuff like this. So, oh, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, my CDs that I found. The CD that I found, I entitled it "Gaudy Gaudy Death Death," and that was the first one that I put in because I was talking about God and I was talking about death a few times. Like, this is back when I was really into just people talking about stuff. They were basically the people who I fed off of. People like T2, people like The Amazing Atheist, people even occasionally like Fake Sagan, even though I wasn't really into Fake Sagan at the time. I did watch his videos, and he actually inspired me to make I can't even remember which one, but I know he inspired me to make at least one of these things. And like, these CDs that I made, I have like maybe 20 of them. 20 of them that have 4 different vlogs on every single one of them. So 20 times 4, fuck, it's like 80. Yes, 80. 80. I was just giving an example of how good my math was, and it took me fucking, 5 seconds to figure out what 20 times 4 is. I'm a retard. I should go back to school, but I'm not going to because school blows. So there was these CDs that have like 80 different vlogs on them, and I had like maybe 200 of them at some time. And I deleted my or I had to restart my computer because I had to, get rid of a whole bunch of shit. And I lost so much history when I was making all those things, or when I was deleting my computer. I could only save a few of them. I only had like a few CDs remaining, and I could only put like 4 on every CD. So I had to sacrifice like 2/3 of them. I could only salvage 1/3 of them. So yeah, basically, I'm going to see if I can listen to these again. I might even upload a few of them just to give you an idea of what I used to be like and what I am now, which is actually very pathetic now that you look at it, because I was very topical and I was actually a very smart kid back then. I'm not anymore. I still have little traces of brilliance every once in a while, but for the most part I'm really just like this retard ranting incoherently in a fucking microphone. This microphone sucks ass too, because it goes like that and it's annoying. But anyway, Gotti Gotti Death Death. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why I named it that. Kind of like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but there's no chitty or bangs in death, except for like if you get shot, that's a bang in death. What am I talking about? Fuck. What time is it? It's 4:43 in the morning. I haven't slept in about 23 hours or so, almost a full day. And this is the only way I can keep myself awake, is just by talking. And I might as well, if I'm going to be talking, I might as well turn on the microphone and see if something comes out of it. And back in the day, I used to talk like I was actually talking to somebody, and I never was. I was never talking to fucking anyone. But nowadays, I talk to myself, and there's people actually watching me. So it's kind of what's that word? Hypocrisy. Hip. Oh fuck. Hold on, I'll think of the word. Give me a second. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna restart it the second I think of that word. Hypocritical. Hypocritical, yes. I immediately paused it and immediately turned it back on, because the second I hit the pause button, for some reason, I remembered the word. It's very hypocritical on my part that I do whatever the fuck I just said. Anyways, I've been talking for about 7.5 minutes now, and you're still here. You're still listening to me. Oh shit. Okay, let's look at I only pulled out like 3 or so CDs, so let's look at the titles and all of them. That is not a rant CD. That is an old CD with a bunch of ripped songs on them. Okay, this one is called Another One, and I don't know why it's called Another One. Another is in caps for some reason, so Another One is probably like this inside joke that I made that I forgot. Trash 1, 2, and 3. I remember I made a whole bunch of videos, or a whole bunch of vlogs that I just called Trash, and it was kind of like in the same style that I'm talking right now, where I was just talking about random shit, and I entitled those rants Trash, and this is probably the second one I'm gonna look at after I finish the death thing, whatever the fuck. This one's called Happy Meat, and then brackets ing, so it's like Happy Meeting. Ginny, Jerrican, and Darb, and Macaroni on this CD. So I might look at that one of these days. And this is not another rant thing. It's another CD with ripped songs. But anyway, I'm going to be looking at these CDs fairly soon. I'm going to probably stay up all night listening to myself. It's going to be one of the greatest nights of my life. I'm just going to listen to myself from the past talk about things like, I'm probably going to, hold on, I'm going to let you listen to a little bit of myself 2 years ago. And I was a lot more slow back then. Like, I didn't talk really as fast as I do nowadays, but, it's because I was more insightful, and, I could actually, come up with thoughts in my head before spewing them out, like what I'm doing right now. But anyway, here's a minute of my old self talking about things. Bye. You spent your entire mortal life not knowing what's going to happen to you after you die. And just doing the same thing, worshiping God over and over and over and over. You're not allowed to do anything. You're not allowed to, curse. You're not allowed to steal. You're not allowed to kill. You're not allowed to, have sex before you're married. I would think that when you're in heaven, you'd be allowed to do all those things as kind of a change of pace. Kind of like, what's a good analogy? I can't think of a good analogy. But it's like, you do the same thing over and over and over to get to one place. And you're not allowed to do anything else while doing that one thing over and over and over. But the second that you get to that one place, you can do anything you want to make up for the lifetime that you've wasted
doing with one thing. Or maybe in heaven it's like they make worshiping God the only activity. It's like a big place where you can only do one thing, and that's worshiping God. Like, you have no say in the matter, you have no choice. Which would make God kind of a bully.